who are easily identified for basically three things: their inability to bear children, their desire to get a male or female child after several unsuccessful attempts, and a high infant mortality rate.
Kanyeleng group, as I did some research and I asked the meaning of Kanyeleng, and somebody told me that Kanyeleng means Kanjele in Mandinka, that is laughing at us. So these are the people who have decided to form their own group. Like I initially told you the meaning, Kanjele. And Kanyeleng is found in Gambia, in Guinea-Bissau, and in Senegal. Maybe they have Kanyeleng in other African countries, but what I know of within the sub-region here is these three. And it's found mostly among the Mandinka, the Jola, the Bainunkas, and some Fulas have, but normally Kanyeleng, when you have it's mostly Mandinka and Jola.
In what can be described as total submission on appeal to God to grant them their wish of having a child, these type of women usually form themselves into an association which practices a distinct culture and tradition.
Primarily, the basic reason why they have formed this group is for prayers, to pray to God. Okay, they put on funny clothes, they put on dirty clothes, some of them disguise themselves. And that is to deal with our tradition, because it is believed that evil spirits, they are warded by evil spirits. And evil spirits come to take their children away. So if they disguise themselves and put on male clothing or put on funny clothing, the evil spirits would not recognize them. And the second purpose is that they want to really for God to have sympathy on them. That's why they want to humble themselves. That's why they are not even like the ordinary women. They don't like to dress, very fancy clothing, because they want to humble themselves before God, so that God will have pity on them and say, okay, these women, they have not had children, or they have lost so many of their children, then we pity them. So these are some. And the other issue also, you can find that they try to embarrass men, because they try to challenge the potency of men, because they believe that it is men, whilst the society is saying it's the woman who is responsible, it is they, the Kanyeleng, who are responsible for their barrenness or their childlessness. But in the other hand, they are trying to transmit a message to the society in general and say, the men are responsible. That's why in some certain cases, even in villages, they really embarrass men and they harass them, and the men run away from them, because they are trying to show through their messages, because they are not literate, but they really transmit their message for society to know that they are not responsible for their barrenness.
The Kanyeleng makes her presence felt not only through her mode of dressing, but also through songs, drama, and dances. With her outfit already different from that of the ordinary woman, she sings songs of lamentation about her inability to have a child, her desire to have female or male child. These songs are usually accompanied by loud cheering and clapping from the crowd, as well as singing and dancing.
The woman who does not have the child is normally frowned upon. It's normally stigmatized. It's normally discriminated against for not having a child. And as a gender activist, I believe that it is very wrong, and these are some of the harmful traditional practices, and these are some of the wrongs in our society that we need to correct. And Kanyeleng women themselves, they have been very brave to form this organization. First and foremost, the organization, they decide to call it Kanyeleng, or people call them Kanyeleng, and they make, because they are very funny. You can see what they are performing. They make you laugh. They imitate authorities. They imitate even the president. They imitate the rappers. They imitate all members of society.
For a woman to fully become a Kanyeleng, she has to go through an initiation ceremony where important rites are performed. This practice, however, varies considerably from one tribe to another.
To become a Kanyeleng, you have to be initiated. You just don't jump one day and just join the group. And you have to be qualified for it. This is like applying for a job. You have to have the proper qualification. So with them, it's the same thing. So how do you qualify to join the group? Is mostly if you do not have a child and you have been married for like 5 years, 10 years. Sometimes you come on your own, but in most cases, people are shy to come on their own. So they have family members who would approach a Kanyeleng group, like they approach this Abua group. Okay, I want you to initiate this lady. She has been married for 10 years. She has not had a child. So I would like you to initiate. So they would select a day. So, okay, we are going to have a program on a specific day. You come.
Kanyelengs are identified as people who like to eat a lot. Therefore, we are not taken seriously. This is all due to the fact that we are childless. Sometimes we are chased away like dogs. We all know that if a woman is childless, it means she's useless too. All these women behind me have gone through similar experience. Today, we are going to demonstrate an initiation ceremony so that people will understand what it takes to become a Kanyeleng, and they should also realize that it's also a deep-rooted culture. For women who cannot bear children, family members hand them over to be part of the association. Sometimes people think that our practice is un-Islamic. No, because the new intake normally performs ablution, which signifies Islam, and we also rub porridge all over her body.